Hi everyone, thanks for joining me today for this practice. This practice is designed to help strengthen your mind-body connection. Mind-body connection is something that we talk about a lot in yoga. It can be kind of elusive. So stick with me through the end of this practice and I will teach you how to strengthen and establish a mind-body connection. Let's get started. So let's begin seated on the mat today. Now I know some of you don't like to be seated on your mat to begin practice, so if that's the case, feel free to use a chair or to stand. What's really important here is that you're seated with your weight balanced evenly down between your hips. You can lengthen up through your spine, so that you have a lot of space in your torso, in your body for your breath to come in. You can give your shoulders a couple of rolls. Let your hands rest wherever feels good. Shut your eyes and let's take a few deep breaths. Just beginning to settle into our practice. Take this opportunity to bring the mind onto the mat with the body. I do have a flow plan today that is designed to help increase or strengthen the mind-body connection. So with that in mind, you can set an intention for this practice. What do you want to get out of this practice? Why are you here today? What brought you to your mat? When you're ready, you can open your eyes. Keep your gaze soft so that you are keeping your attention inward. Bring your hands to your shins. Just curl your fingers around your shins. Keep your elbows in and pull your chest forward between your upper arms. Squeeze your elbows in towards your rib. Roll your shoulders back. Tip your chest up. And then as you exhale, round the spine. Let your elbows bend out to the sides. Tuck your chin. You can lean back. Pull your navel back into your spine as you push back. Inhale to open. Pull the elbows in, the chest forward. Exhale, round the spine. Open the elbows. One more time, just like that. Inhale to open. And exhale to round. Inhale to sit tall and bring your hands to your knees now. Let's lean our weight forward and over to the right, pressing into that right knee. And then as you exhale, coming around to the left side. Moving all the way back. So we're making big circles with the body here. I've got my fingers wrapped around my kneecaps, holding myself up as I lean so far back, coming around to the right again. Make these circles now as big or as small as you like, but feel yourself really rolling around on your sits bones, even pressing back onto your tailbone. And then this time, as you come forward, stay forward and walk your hands along your mat on the floor. Coming into a nice forward fold over your crossed legs. Reach your hands forward as far as you can until that moment where you feel your sits bones start to pop up, and then press into your hands to lengthen back through the sides of your body and push the sits bones back down onto the mat.
Let your head drop between your upper arms. And take a breath into your back body. Like feel your the back of your heart lift up, and the shoulder blades drive away from the spine. On the inhale. Exhale, maybe you sink a little bit further into the forward fold. And when you're ready, just ragdoll yourself up
To sit, extend your legs a little shake, and then let's recross them in the other direction. And from here, I'd like to make those big circles again. So hands on the knees, and let's start by listing to the left, coming forward, over to the right, and back, holding on to the knees to hold yourself up as you totally release as you come back. Let's make 3 circles just like this. Attach your breath to your movement. So inhaling to come around, forward and around, exhaling to lie back. One more time. And this time as you come around the forward, stay there and walk your hands forward.
Again, use your hands to press into your hands, lengthen through the sides of the body. Press the sits bones down onto the mat. And let's ragdoll ourselves back up to sit.
Shoulders, a couple of rolls, one more time. And let's make our way from here to a tabletop pose. Get there any way that feels good for you. Wrists under the shoulders, knees under the hips. A couple of cat-cows before we get going. So tip the tailbone up, drop the belly. Heart comes forward between the upper arms, the gaze comes forward. As you exhale, turn the tailbone down, around the spine, broaden the shoulders, tuck the chin. One more time, inhale, open in front of the body. As you exhale this time, curl the toes under and lift the hips up and back to a downward facing dog. Let's pedal our feet here, shake things out a little bit, swing your head. Make some twists. Just move around any way that feels good. Stretching through the back of the body. And then let both heels drop down towards the mat. They might not reach the mat, and that is, not only is it fine, it's normal. So bringing our gaze down towards the knees. Nice big breath in. Long, slow exhale. Lift the heels, bend the knees. Slide your hips back a little bit, stretch through both sides of the body. And then as you inhale, spring forward to the front of the mat. Come into a halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, soften the knees, rise all the way up to stand. Hands up, look up. As you exhale, bring the crown of the head high, join the palms, and bring your thumbs to the nape of your neck. Fingers pointing down, elbows pointing up. From here, you can begin to press your head into your wrists, lifting your gaze, just opening up those shoulders, the back of your shoulders, just a little bit more. As you inhale, reach the fingertips high, and exhale, swan back down. Inhale to a halfway lift. As you exhale, soften the knees, plant the hands, and bring your feet back to the back of the mat. High plank pose, you can be on your toes or on your knees here.
Inhale to bring the shoulders forward. And exhale to lower all the way to the mat. Inhale, lift the chest, cobra pose. As you exhale, release your chest down to the mat. And inhale to reach the hands forward. So you're lying like you're Superman. As you exhale, lift the chest, bring the elbows to God's arms. Inhale, keep the chest high, reach the fingertips forward. Exhale, Goddess arms. You can lift your heels as well as you feel like. And then inhale, reach the hands, lower the toes. Exhale, lift the heels, Goddess the arms. One more time, reach, and then pull in, lifting the heels. Inhale to extend. Exhale to release. Hands back down onto the mat next to your chest. Inhale up to table or plank. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Inhale to lift the right heel. Exhale, bend the knee, open the hip. Stay here for a moment. You can work into that ankle a couple of times. And then square your shoulders to the front of the mat so that the right shoulders might even feel like you're dipping it down. Keep it level with the left. And then press into your hands to push that right knee a little bit higher. Stretching through the sides of your body, just like we did when we were seated at the beginning of practice. Inhale to extend. As you exhale around the spine, let's bring the right foot forward between the hands. Drop down onto that left knee. Plant the left hand and let's lift the right. Nice easy twist, turning the chest in towards the inner right knee. Letting the back of your hand fall heavy behind you, stretching into the front of your right shoulder. Nice big breath in. As you exhale, right hand comes down inside the right foot. Curl into the left toes, lift the left knee, and come around to a wide-legged forward fold. So just walk your hands around to the long edge of the mat. Let the crown of your head fall heavy. You can walk your hands, your fingertips in line with your toes. Pull the elbows in till they're about shoulder height. Just let your head drop. From here, you can make your way, bend your left knee, make your way to Skandasana. Bringing the right heel, lifting the right toes, settling the hips, and then bringing the hands at heart center. Coming to your Skandasana, you can see if you can wave your right toes from side to side here. You can always have your hands on the mat here to support yourself. And then from here, let's make our way back towards the front of the mat, pivoting on the feet, coming into your runner's lunge. Inhale to bring the heart forward. And then as we exhale, let's make our way to stand on the right foot with the left knee high. Hands at the hips, draw your left knee out to the left. So we start by opening the hips. We're making our way into tree pose here. Pull your heel in towards your sits bone. And then you can bring the sole of your left foot to the inner right thigh or calf or ankle. From here, you can do what you like with your hands. They can stay at your hips. Hands to heart center, hands reach overhead. Maybe you want to bring them, your hands behind your back or do some kind of special bind. It's up to you. Bring your hands to heart center, left knee forward down. And then step your left foot forward to meet your right. Feet come wide on the mat. Toes out, heels in. And let's slide the hips back down over the heels. Bringing the elbows inside the knees. Coming to a nice deep yogi squat. Settling the hips down
onto the mat, coming to our seat. Extend the right leg and bring the left foot inside the right thigh. But leave a little bit of space here. Leave about 1 fist's worth of space between the sole of your left foot and your right thigh. I know that that's a little unusual, but here we come to the part of the practice where things are a little unusual, and this helps to, when we have to think about what we're doing, and it helps to establish that mind-body connection. So left hand's gonna plant. We're gonna press into the left hand, the left shin, and the right heel. Reach up with the right hand to lift the hips. Find a big stretch from the right heel, the right fingertips, really reach here. Now, as we exhale, bring the hips down, roll onto the sole of your left foot so the left knee comes high. Plant your right hand outside your right hip. You're gonna press into your right hand, your left foot, to lift the whole left leg off the mat and give the toes a little tap with your hand. Now if you want, you can grab your foot or your ankle with your hand and use that to lift, or you can use the strength of your body to lift and give a tap. So then we're going to do this a couple of times. Left hand plants, right hand reaches up and over, lifting the hips. And then exhale, hips come down, right hand plants, lift and reach to tap with your left hand. The left hand down, inhaling, reach with the right hand. Exhale, right hand down, left knee high, tap, tap with that left hand. Let's do that one more time. Inhale to reach. Exhale, right hand, left hand taps. Let's come to center now. Bring your right foot in, give yourself a little hug, and make our way to boat pose. Really lengthen through the spine, lift the chest, and bring the shins up. Reach forward with the hands. Now you can take some variations here. You can bring the fingertips or the toes or both down to the mat to support you, or you can reach the toes up, the fingertips up. What's really important here is you have a long straight spine with the chest sort of shining upwards so that the breath is moving freely and you're really truly using and engaging the core muscles here. One more big breath in. As you exhale, pull the knees into the chest, and we're going to roll back onto our backs and then come up to balance in boat. You're going to hold on to the backs of your legs while you do this. Roll back and balance in boat. Come to balance. So you can keep doing this just like this, but you can straighten the legs as you do it for a little bit more challenge. Now on the next one, I want you to come back, cross your legs, and make your way all the way up to stand. Woo. Hands up, look up. As you exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. As you exhale, plant the hands, step back to meet the back of your mat. High plank pose. Inhale, shoulders forward. Exhale to lower halfway or all the way down to the mat. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the left heel. As you exhale, bend the knee, open the hip. Give that ankle a couple of turns. Press into the hands, press the left knee up a little higher. Inhale to find extension. And as you exhale, bring that left foot forward between the hands. Drop down into the right knee. Plant the right hand and lift the left. Nice easy twist here. Wave that left hand around. Work into the front of your left shoulder. And then let's bring the left hand down to the inside of your left foot. Curl into your right toes, lift the right knee, and walk the hands around till you're in an easy forward fold. This time, walk your hands forward. So you're like in a down dog in your upper body. Like keep walking them forward and forward and forward, and then press into your hands to push your hips back up a little bit more. Let your head dangle. Then walk your hands in till they're underneath your shoulders.
And start to bend into that right knee, coming into Skandasana on the right. Hands can be on the mat supporting you, or you can bring them to heart center. See if you can wave TikTok that left on that left heel. Wave those toes around. And then let's bring our hands back down onto the mat. Find our way through our Skandasana, coming to our low lunge at the front of the mat, hands framing the left foot. Inhale to bring the heart forward and through. And then as you exhale, we're going to stand on the left foot, bringing the right knee high. You can touch down along the way if you like. Find your gaze. It's going to help you with your balance here. Bringing right knee out to the side. Squeeze the hamstring, bringing the heel in close to the body. And then you can take your right foot to the left inner thigh, calf, ankle, whatever feels good for you. And again, take some choice on what you'd like to do with your hands. You can keep them at your hips, bring them to heart center, or reach them overhead, or maybe there's something else you want to do. Notice if your left hip is really drawing out to the left, pull it back in. Find length and strength in your standing leg. Press that standing leg back into your right foot. Let's take 2 more breaths here. Hands to heart center. And the right knee forward. And then step your right foot down to meet your left. You can sway from side to side. Bring your feet wide to the width of the mat. Hands to heart center. We're going to come back down into our squat. Take your time as you come down. Feel all the feels. You can swing your hips around as you come down. Like, make it feel good. Maybe you notice elbows inside the knees, hands to heart center. Maybe you're going to notice that you've got a little bit more space. The squat feels a little easier than it did the first time, which is awesome. And from here, let's make our way down onto our backs. This time with the left leg extended. The right knee is bent and falling open with about 1 fist space between your right foot and your left thigh. Right hand's gonna plant. This is gonna be easier because you know where we're going this time. We're gonna press into the right hand, the right shin, the left heel. Reach up with the left hand to lift the hips. Big stretch, left heel to left fingertips. And then as you exhale, hands come down, hips come down, left hand comes down, right sole of the foot comes down while the right knee lifts. Lift up the entire length of your left leg. Tap it with your right toes. Again, with your right hand. Again, you can take peace fingers and grab that right foot and bring it up if you don't want to just tap. So let's try this with our breath. Inhale, right hand plants, left hand lifts. Stretch, and then exhale. Hips down, left hand plants, right hand taps. Inhale to lift and stretch. Exhale, left hand down, right hand taps. 2 more times. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. Exhale, last time. Left hand plants, press into your right foot, tap with your right hand, and then settle down to stay. Left knee can pull into your chest, give yourself a hug. And let's inhale up to our boat pose. Lengthening up to the spine. Again, fingertips, toes on the mat, it's all good. It's all yoga, it's all strengthening. Stay in this, let's not work towards the straight knee position this time.
We can work towards a straight knee position, but I want to do it in low boat. So you can extend your heels towards the front of the mat, reach forward with the fingertips, tease the mat with your low back, tuck your chin, and then exhale to come back to boat. Inhale to extend, low boat, exhale boat. One more time, low boat, boat, low boat to hold. One big breath in, and then exhale to release down into Savasana. I can take a breath here. That sensation always feels nice coming down like that. And so find our feet bent, our knees bent, feet at the width of the mat. Reach your hands up towards the sky and then interlace the fingers around the opposite elbows. Going straight up out of the shoulders, let your knees fall to the left and the elbows fall to the right. And then as you inhale, come up, exhale, let them fall in the opposite direction. Just keep moving like this with your breath. A couple of times. And when you're ready, you can come to the center and make your way to a reclined butterfly. So the soles of the feet come together, knees are wide. You can take your hands overhead and join your thumb and your first finger, but the backs of your hands rest on the mat. So from above, I see 3 diamonds made with your legs, your arms, and your fingers. Take a breath or two here. And then when you're ready, you can make your way to Savasana. Make Savasana look whatever way feels good for you. So corpse pose is the standard, lying flat on your back. The heels extended, the hands resting next to the hips with the palms facing up. But if there's any way that this is not comfortable for you, move around until it is, until you can completely release. Take these moments now to notice how connected you are with yourself. After having moved, paid attention to the movements of our body for this practice, how connected we are with ourselves. And your attention, draw your attention around your body to your left big toe, your right thumb, your left ear, the crown of your head, your heart, your right big toe. Notice how fast and quickly we can move our attention around our body. How in this moment we are feeling refreshed, relaxed, feeling good. And know that you can come back to this feeling anytime you want. Now, as always, I'd like to encourage you to stay in Savasana for as long as you have time for. But if you are ready to begin to get up and to move, please start with your fingers and toes. Just give them a little wiggle, a little stretch. Reach out through the heels, up through the hands, stretch through the body. And then draw your knees into your chest, give yourself a hug. Sway from side to side. And then when you're ready,
make your way up to sit, either by rolling to the fetal position and then letting yourself come up, helping yourself up, or you can bring your hands to the back of your thighs, tuck your chin, and roll the length of your spine, kind of like we were earlier in practice, to find your way up to a comfortable seat. Whatever you choose, once you're fully seated, lengthen up through the spine. You can open your eyes, take in the colors, the sights around you, and inhale, fingertips up overhead. As you exhale, thumbs to the third eye and hinge forward. This is our final pose for this day, and I thank you for being here. Namaste. Thanks for joining me today for this fun practice. I hope you're feeling great, and I hope that we have managed to bring you into a place where you have established a nice, strong mind-body connection. I encourage you to take this feeling with you as you move through your day, particularly as you move into the next thing that you are doing today. I hope you enjoyed yourself. I look forward to seeing you again on the mat. Please subscribe to my channel. You'll get a note every time I upload a new video, and I would really love to see you again. Thanks a lot, and have a great day.